It's nearly over. We've nearly done it. We've almost got to the end of 2025. I'm going to try not to jinx it. I'm in the living room today. I thought it'd be nice to have the Christmas tree here with all of our little baubles and things. This has been a challenging year. A really, really challenging year. I've had problems with my health. I've had to deal with moving house a couple of times, and Pat and I sorting a relationship out, and everything went wibbly wobbly. But we are ending on a high note. I'm in a good mood. My health has been gradually improving throughout the year. I'm in a much, much better place, and I'm looking forward to 2026. Didn't hit all my goals this year, but I'm going to be kind to myself and accept the fact that I've not been very well, so I'm allowed to not hit all my goals. One of my biggest ones was I hoped I'd make 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year on the YouTube channel, and that hasn't happened. The best we managed at the time of recording was 762, which is close, but not close enough. I'm getting enough views for the monetization side of it, but I'm not getting enough subscribers. We need 1,000. So if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time to do it. I'm hoping I hit 1,000 by the end of 2026. So we'll just carry that goal over to next year. The other thing that I've decided upon is no more car projects. I need to stop getting distracted. Unfortunately, the Renault that I got, that didn't turn out the way I expected it to, which was a shame. It was a great little van, that. But it taught me that I've got enough on. In fact, I've got more than enough on. And I can't be taking on more vehicles at the moment. I need to sort out the ones I've got. I need to sort out the Princess, and I need to sort out the Lanchester. And after I've done that, we can see. Maybe I'll get a project car as a little treat. Speaking of, let's go outside and I'll tell you what's going on with those two. It's become a bit of a shelf. That's what happens. If you're new and this is the first video you're seeing, the Lanchester was bought as a COVID project. So we've had it a little while, but things have been going on and it's just meant that we've not been able to make the progress we want to make on it. So we're a little bit stuck. It does drive and it does run. The only problem is it doesn't really stop. And the work I need to do on it is on the back end, and I can't get it out the garage at the moment because of the Princess, which is just off screen. We'll come to that in a moment. So yeah, 2026, you are going to see more progress on this car. But it might be a little while because of the Princess needing some work. Now if you're on Patreon, and there is a link in the box down below, then you'll be up to speed on what's going on real time. If you've only been watching the YouTube videos, then you're kind of out of sync with real time. The YouTube videos are from a little while ago, and this video is bang up to date. I'm recording this at the end of December 2025, which is pretty close to when you're going to be seeing it on the channel. So yeah, we've not given up on the Lanchester. I know it looks a little bit neglected right now because it's covered in stuff, but part of that is the garage itself. We haven't had the means to get the storage improvements in the garage, so we've not been able to put things away properly in here, which is a constant battle here. We're always lacking shelving and storage space. So rather than giving myself more problems, I'm whittling the projects right down to just 2 cars. One of them is the Lanchester. If you're already on the Patreon, you will know about what's going on with the Princess, and you will understand why it's like this. Yeah, it has been like this since I moved back down south, and there's not a lot I can do about it. I'm at the mercy of my health and the weather. However, as bad as this might look right now, I'm actually on the winning side of this particular fight, and things are going back together. It's just a bit of a slow process. End of December is not a great time to be welding outdoors. As you can see, everything is wet, so even though it's not raining, it's not particularly good for you to be lying on wet concrete and doing this kind of work. The Princess videos you've seen on the YouTube channel are, as with the Lanchester, a little bit behind real time. So if you want more up-to-date, sort of like present-day updates, Patreon is the place to be. That's where I put the extra information so you know what's going on with the projects. Reason for this is the usual. It just takes time to edit videos together, and I like to put a whole story into a single video, if you like. So yeah, the Princess is just doing her usual and just demanding more attention. I've had this car, because it's got to be about 14 years now, so it's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon, and this is a big reason why I'm not taking anything else on at the moment. Pat is doing the driving that needs to be done, so if I need to go anywhere further than my legs can take me, then Pat's helping with that, and I'm just trying to be sensible with things at the moment and not get distracted with other responsibilities. Yeah. That hasn't gone entirely to plan, let's be honest. That's been a little bit of a headache. So 2026, we're going to focus on getting those two cars sorted out, back on the road, and then we'll see where we go from there. I think if I don't take on another vehicle, I'll be alright. And I'm saying don't take on another vehicle. So if you're thinking of giving me a vehicle for free, and I know at least one person out there has, don't. I can't. I've got to be good. Got to sort out the ones I've got. Okay? Okay. So what's planned for 2026 then? I've been trying a few things out through this year. I've been trying to readjust and learn how to make things fit with my existing business and how my health challenges have changed throughout the year. I'm on a much better balance now with all of that, and I understand better what I have to avoid and what I can realistically do over the course of a day or a week or whatever. And it's taught me a few things about my working practices and just life in general. Now, obviously, you might be new here. If you've not caught previous videos, I found out that I have ME, or chronic fatigue syndrome, which means quite a lot of the time I look like this. It's an invisible disability, there's nothing to see. But it means that sometimes I overdo it, or I just have a bad day, and I can't do anything. So it's a bit of a challenge to do anything. I'm probably never going to have a regular job, so I've got to make this work. This is my job, this is what I do, and I need it to pay the bills, which, frankly, it isn't at the moment, which is frustrating. I'm managing, but I'm managing, that's all it is. I am aware of government assistance. That is taking its sweet time. We started that process in the summer, and I'm going to have to wait until next year before they're even going to consider anything. So, anybody who's been through this understands the challenge of it. But that's not what this video is about. Positivity, that's what we're doing here. We're not doing negativity this time, positivity. So good things. The sewing videos, they are going to continue. I have been very pleasantly surprised how well the sewing videos have done. I have been delighted at how many views the older sewing videos continue to accrue, which has really surprised me. I thought it would be a case of I'd put a sewing video out there and people would watch it and then that'd be it, it'd disappear. That's kind of what happens with the car stuff. But no, the sewing videos, people keep coming back and watching them. That's fantastic. That makes me really happy because that's the whole point. I want the stuff I put out here to kind of be educational, really. I struggle to find any kind of creators that are doing menswear out there. There's a few, but they tend to not stick around very long. So I'm trying to fill that void a little bit. And I'm trying to fill the void of like random bits and pieces that you can make. Like the fuzzy dice video, for example, is one of my stalwarts. I get plenty of views on that one every single week by the standards of my channel. And I'm really happy about that because obviously people are getting something out of it, which is great. So the sewing stuff is going to continue. The art stuff I've been doing this year is also going to continue because that ties into the main thing of my business, which is artwork. I'm a self-employed artist. But I want to get better, I want to learn, and I want to share what I'm learning as I go along. The artwork videos aren't getting great views. There's a number of reasons that could be. I've not been doing them long enough, so I can't really speculate on exactly what the problem is. Could be editing, could be content, could be the algorithm, could just be my artwork. But I'm going to keep doing them anyway because it's something I've got to do. Like when I create any piece of artwork or when I'm doing any sort of self-training stuff, it's time I've got to spend anyway, so I might as well turn it into a video and put the content out there. So you'll still see that. If you're here for the miniatures and the model making, I do apologise. All my miniatures and model making stuff are basically still packed away. I haven't been capable of doing the painting and that sort of thing. The sewing I can do and the artwork I can do, but the miniatures, they require a different kind of dexterity and focus, and my health this year just hasn't really allowed me to do what I've wanted to on that. So I've kind of shelved that for the moment until I'm capable of doing it, which I'm kind of at the point of being able to now, which is nice. I'm looking forward to getting back into it. So 2026, I'm hoping to bring back the miniature stuff and the model making. I know it is, by the standards of the channel, moderately popular. People do seem to enjoy it when I do produce that. I've got some better ideas on how to record it and edit it and that sort of thing. So that will be making a comeback. As I think I've mentioned before, it has been suggested to split the channel up so that I've got like a car channel and a sewing channel and a model making channel and an art channel. I don't want to. I'm not a two-dimensional creator. I don't just do one particular thing as my job. And I want my channel to reflect that. A lot of people who are creative have multiple disciplines. So it can be very difficult to sort of hem yourself into just doing one thing. If you look at a channel like Marty's Matchbox Makeovers, there you go. That's about as focused as you get. All he does is, or used to, I've not watched it in a while to be thinking about it, but all he does is redo Matchbox models, which is fine. That's the hobby that channel is focused on. If I did that, I think I'd get bored pretty quick. And I don't think I'd be putting out very good content. It'd become very formulaic. I don't think my audience would be engaged either. So we're going to keep with a mixed bag. If you don't want to watch a sewing video or an art video or a car video, go watch it. It's fine, there's no pressure. Dip in and out of what you want to watch here. And if there's something you want to see, if there's something you want to see me attempt, leave a comment. And if I can, I'll do that. I mean, bear in mind, I bake, I knit, I sew, I crochet, I weld, I try and fix old cars, don't always succeed. I draw, I paint, I do miniature making. I do so many different things that I think that is the strength of the channel. I don't think it's its weakness, I think it's the channel's strength, is that you don't really know what you're going to get from one week to the next, other than it's probably going to be cars one week and it's probably going to be crafts the next. And I like that. I feel engaged. Hopefully it means that you feel engaged as an audience too. And that's the way I intend to keep it. Yeah, we don't have a Fairy Lights video this year. I'm very sorry. I know it's a bit of a tradition that I put out a terrible quality Fairy Lights video every year, and I do enjoy it, but unfortunately this year, with the princess being the way it is, it's not happened. So we'll just have to leave that one for this year, and we'll do it next year. Who knows, maybe next year we'll do it in the Lanchester. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? We'll have to see. I hope what's left of 2025 treats you kindly. And I hope to see you all again in 2026. Have fun out there, stay as safe as you can, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.